WGTV. I'm Catherine Corningstone. Robert Williams has the night off. Before I get to our regular news segments, I have a special feature for you tonight. It's an inspirational story about a young woman in our community who went from making home videos in her family's living room to working in the Big Apple and our nation's capital. Most kids change their mind about what they want to be when they grow up about 7 times before they actually can commit to something. I wasn't one of those kids. I knew that I wanted to be a news broadcaster from the day that my dad set up a video camera in his living room to occupy my 5 cousins and I during the summer. And we made everything from television shows to music videos to talk shows. I did a news broadcast about what was for supper that night. I think that we all had fun with it, but I took it the most seriously. I made people dress up in costumes, talk in accents, stick with their characters the whole time. Took it very, very seriously. And definitely was proud of the finished product. And that love and that passion for making small segments and movies and television shows has definitely stuck with me.
Hello! Welcome to the Banks Variety, starring me, Corey Banks,
Sarah Banks,
Ashton Banks,
Nicole Banks,
Katie Banks! And be sure, coming up next is Live at 5 with Katie Banks.
So stay tuned to this channel.
I remember when I was little, I used to try on new costumes and be different characters, and I think I was a rap star one time. I had on big sunglasses and a hat, and my cousin was interviewing me as if we were on this talk show.
Have you ever been in love? No, ma'am. I despise boys. And why do you despise boys? Because they're ugly and you don't need them.
Another time I was this princess who was dancing around the living room showcasing her newest music video. I definitely had a lot of spunk and was a tiny bit sassy, I think. And that's just always been who I am, and I have a lot of character, and I like to be goofy, and I'm not afraid to make fun of myself.
Let's go to Hollywood! Just go to Hollywood! We can make some movies! We get some groovies! This way! Just be groovy and Hollywood! Hush up!
I worked as a studio production intern at MTV Networks in Times Square in New York City this past summer and loved it. I got to work on all the television shows. I got to work on Made, TRL, FNMTV, America's Best Dance Crew, and I got to be really involved. I was in the studio, I was escorting celebrities from the green room to the studio, I was talking to audience members, I was playing music during commercial breaks. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. I'll never forget that summer. And I hope to take a lot of what I learned last summer and apply it to my internship in Washington, D.C. at ABC's Good Morning America this summer.
That's awesome. Okay, hey, for the rest of us, by the way, in the audience here, you're all taking home an exclusive edition of our song. Please bring them out for the entire audience. There you go. And we head back to the videos as we pass out the CDs. An artist named Mary A. Digby gained fame through an online cover of Rihanna's Umbrella. Her debut single is called Say It Again. The video for it's a bit different.
Growing up in a small town, a lot of people decide to, live there and die there, and that's just not who I am. I really want to set goals and to do everything in my power to reach them, and that includes breaking out of the Avery County bubble and moving to places like New York and Washington, D.C. and meeting new people. And I just want to prove to everyone that just being, from a small town, that doesn't have to define who you are and to set limits on what you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be and you can do whatever you want to do.
This is the end of the Katie and Sarah show. Actually, the Sarah and Katie show. And don't forget to join us this evening at Blue Ridge Village. We will be filming a wonderful evening with Daddy Banks. Thank you.
Well, that was a tearjerker, and I'm sure we will see many great things in the future from Katie Banks. Before I get to our regular news, here's a commercial break.